So, hey, thanks everyone for joining us in the chat room. Obviously, this is an extremely busy time. I'm sure you are busy just like we are. I feel like the UPS and the FedEx man have been coming to my house like every other minute. And my back is now beginning to hurt from carrying all the boxes in. But that's a good thing because that means that there's a lot of deals out there. So hopefully, if you're doing retail arbitrage, you're getting a lot of those flips in. You're seeing a lot of those deals that are posted in the various groups that are at the big box stores. So what Nate and I want to do with this show is just talk a little bit about cashback sites. In the promo you saw, it's really sad. I have really been slacking. I have known about cashback sites for probably over 2 years. But it's one of those things where I just, time is limited and I just never took the time to really look into it. Nate finally talked me into using one. And I thought, I was going to have to fill out a form or it was going to be a pain. I started using Ebates, and within a week, I have over $600 coming back to me. So realistically, if I would have started using those sites probably 2 years ago, I probably could have between $10,000 and $15,000. That would be just money in the bank, basically free money. So shame on me for not doing that 2 years ago. Thankfully, I am doing it now. The reason why we're doing this show is because if you're not using these cashback sites yet, you need to start to use them because it really is free money in your pocket and it's super easy to use. So without further delay, Nate, go ahead and take over. Talk to us about the cashback sites.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, Andy. Like you said, I think everyone, maybe not everyone, but almost everyone knows about cashback sites. It's just that just like everything you might know about it doesn't mean that everyone's using them. And even big sellers such as yourself don't always, utilize the cashback that's offered, whether it be because you don't know about the best sites or because you think it's going to be a pain. It really is pretty easy. So you can sign up at most of these places within like a minute. They usually make you verify your email, but it really doesn't take long to fill out the form. So everyone just needs to get on it. You need to, if you're not using cashback sites, you need to just go ahead and start using them. We're going to run through here just a couple of the ones that we've personally used, some of the top ones, some of the good ones out there. It's not an exhaustive list, so there's a ton of cashback sites out there. You can Google and find all of them if you want. Some are definitely better than others. Usually they all have the big retail stores on them, but some of them, I don't know how exactly they work, how they arrange their deals with the stores or what, but some of them can, let's just use Walmart, for example. Ebates might be offering 3% on Walmart, and another cashback site might be offering 5, 6, 7%. So they're all different. So you want to use more than one, I would recommend. And there's also websites out there that can compare the different cashback sites, but there's a ton out there. So we're just going to hit a couple of the highlights, some of the good ones that are, offer good rewards and are actually good at paying people out. So that's the other trouble. So basically, I'm just going to run through a couple of these. We're going to keep it short again today because, as Andy mentioned, we are all still crazy busy this time of the year. So first one I'm going to look at is Ebates. Andy already mentioned that he's up to $600 on Ebates within a week, which isn't actually as hard as it sounds because of some of the cashback offers they've been giving. So I'm just going to post in the chat here the Ebates one if you want to look there. I know over the last couple of days, Ebates has been giving Kohl's 6% cash back. So if we have anyone who does Kohl's shopping, 6% is pretty good. That's a good chunk of change. It's not too hard to spend $1,000 at Kohl's, and you're racking up good money there. And that's on top of all the Kohl's cash and everything else you can get. Ebates is, you can see that on TV and everything. They advertise a lot with Ebates. So that's probably one of the more popular ones that you'll see around is Ebates. They also have Walmart, Target, all the big name stores. But around this time of the year, especially around Black Friday, they will give larger cash back. So now's the time, now and over the next couple weeks, if you aren't using Ebates or some of these stores, some of these cashback sites yet, now's the time to get into them. And we'll provide links for almost all these below in the description after the video is done as well. But over the last couple of days, I know Macy's was 8% on Ebates as well, and Nike was 4%. So that's good. That's real money. As Andy said, you can rack up a couple $100s within just a couple of days if you're spending on these cashback sites. And if you do the research, a lot of normal households that use these cashback sites will save a couple $100s a year using these sites. And that's normal households just shopping for their normal goods. As a reseller, it's crazy how much more than you can save with these cashback sites. My Ebates over the last year is over $2,000, and I don't even use $2,000 earned, and I don't even use Ebates as much as some of the other ones. But the way Ebates works is once a quarter they'll send you out a check, so that's nice. It's money and a check that comes right to you once a quarter, so you do have to wait a couple months depending on when you make your purchase. But unlike some of the other websites, cashback sites that don't offer you actual cash, Ebates is good for getting that cash. So you can just go to ebates.com, use that link that we gave you to get the money, or you can download an extension through Chrome or Firefox, or if you're using your phone to source, a lot of people buy purchases using their mobile phone. You can get the iPhone app or the Droid app for Ebates and most of these sites as well, and that makes it easier to remember and use on your phone instead of going to the actual site. So that's Ebates. Ebates is a good one to go to. The next one that I've only been using just the last couple of months is called Swagbucks. So I'll post a link there for you guys. Swagbucks is a fun one to use because it's more than just purchasing. You can do like watch videos and do activities to earn points, or your Swagbucks, I guess, is the currency they use. So it's more fun than some of the other ones. I think I've had a lot of fun using it because you get points for logging on, and they have daily challenges and weekly challenges, and you can for every day in a row that you use it and complete your challenge, you get extra bucks built up. So Swagbucks is one that I didn't know about until just, I think, September I started using it, and that one's been really good, and I've been racking up the bucks on that one pretty fast. Swagbucks, you can redeem the money or your points for gift cards. So you can't actually get the cash for it. You can get gift cards. But to me, if you can get a gift card to source or to purchase, it's pretty much just as good as the cash. I don't really care as much personally, but if you're looking for the actual cash back instead of a gift card, then you might want to use the Ebates instead, or another site that gives you the physical cash. Swagbucks, though, is a good one. I would definitely look at that one. They usually have good point backs, cashback rewards compared to some of the other sites. And what I've read and what I've been noticing so far is they're really good at tracking your actual cash back. So that's what you have to be careful with some of these cashback sites. They say that you're getting a % back, but you look back a week later and they don't even track your purchase you made. So I don't know if it's a trouble with ad blocker that I use, or the cookie's not properly going through on your browser, but some of these cashback sites don't always register. Swagbucks has been good at registering the rewards, and you can track it really easily. So I like Swagbucks. The system's really clean. The next one is MyPoints. So MyPoints.com. I'll post this link in the chat here. MyPoints is another one where when you get the rewards, you get gift cards instead. But what I like about it is you can get discounted gift cards. So I've been using MyPoints a lot lately. I have like 60,000 points built up at the moment on there. In the last couple of days around Black Friday, MyPoints was doing 10.2% cash back at Walmart, which that's crazy to me. I did a $1,000 order on Black Friday at Walmart. I mean, that's over $100 of cash back just in one order. That's good. I don't normally see Walmart going over 3% at most of them, so I was really surprised to see that at MyPoints. So once I build up all these points, if you go to MyPoints and go to the rewards section, you can see all the different gift cards they allow you to purchase with your points. Sometimes I use them to buy Walmart gift cards back at a reduced point. So I think it's 7,800 points for a $50 Walmart gift card. and they just mail it right to your home address. But then there's other places, Target, Amazon, gift cards, PayPal. You look around and the different dollar amounts, so let's say $50, some of the sites have different point values to purchase at. So Walmart, $50 Walmart gift card might be 7,800 points, but a $50 Target card might only cost 7,500 points. So you can not only earn the cash back, but you can get reduced gift card purchases with these points as well. So MyPoints is one I like a lot for gift cards, and some of their cash back percentages are really good, so I would check them out. One warning on the MyPoints is that the pending status can go for a while. So I think I have some purchases that I did back in early November, so about a month ago, that are still pending. So although you can redeem the points right away as soon as they're active, it can take a month or maybe even a little bit longer for it to go through the pending status. And I think it's just because they want to verify the purchase and make sure you're not returning your purchase and just getting the points. So it may take you a little bit of time to build up your points, but they've been pretty good about tracking them, and they do definitely pay out because I've used it quite a few times. Fatwallet.com is one that a lot of people have heard of, I believe. It is a well-known deal tracking site and also gives you cash back. So Kelly in the group says that he's had up over $13,000 in reward points from Fat Wallet. Now I think that's over a couple years there, but yeah, Kelly's the Fat Wallet master, and I'm sure there's other people, big sellers with around that many cash back as well. But see, Andy, that could have been you racking up those points last 2 years, and you've been missing out.
I know, it's sad.
So Fat Wallet's good because it also can be a deal tracker. So a lot of people get the alerts from Fat Wallet. They have a mobile app as well. But what I've heard about the mobile app is it can kill you with the notifications if you, I don't know if they've changed their settings yet, but I know before the settings were set up so that it would just notify your phone every 2 minutes about a deal. But Fat Wallet's good for finding deals, just like Slick Deals or some of those other websites that notify you. They usually notify thousands and thousands of people of the same deal, but it can still be a really good cashback website as well. I usually don't find that they have as good of cashback rewards as some of the other sites, but again, it just depends on the day because all these sites are changing. So you really have to look at a couple of them before your purchase, unless you use one of those sites that shows multiple at the same time. So those are good for the deal alerts and the cashback. MrRebates.com is another one. I haven't used this one that much, but I've heard that they're pretty good and that they pay out. So Mr. Rebates is a good one to check. Again, just to compare, because Walmart might be giving 3% of Ebates, but at Mr. Rebates, it might be giving 4 or 5%. They do, the sign up for that one is a little bit different, but it's pretty easy still as well. Extra Bucks is another one. So as you can see, there's a ton out here, and they all have similar names, some kind of cash, something with bucks in their names or rebates, most of them. And there's a lot more than this as well. So someone just posted that cashbackholic.com aggregates all the cashback sites, and you can compare the percentage. So that's one. I looked at another one called Ever Rebates, I think, something like that compared to them, and it did a pretty good job. So you type in Walmart on that site, and it shows 4, 5, 10 different cashback sites and what percentage they're all giving currently. So that's a good site to go to because it's kind of a one-stop. If you sign up for all of them, then you can just see which one is the best at the time. So again, if you're a mobile shopper, almost all of these cashback sites have a mobile app. The only one that I've heard is not good at all for the mobile app is the MyPoints. I haven't bothered to download it because the reviews are so bad on it. Most people say the MyPoints mobile app does not track your purchases well. So I would avoid using the MyPoints app if you're doing mobile shopping. Probably use the Swagbucks app is the best one that I've used for mobile app, but the Ebates app is also good. So one of those two I would use if you're doing mobile. And the MyPoints app is just poorly designed, so I'd stay away from that one. But like I said, almost all of these have the mobile app available, whether for iPhone or Droid.
Hey,
Uh,
Nate, I like what Kelly said right here. He says, don't marry a site. The cashback amounts change all the time. Target and Fat Wallet might be best today, but tomorrow it might be better to keep several cashback sites bookmarked. I think that's great.
Definitely. I got in the habit of using Ebates last year, last Q4, because it was easy. I was like you, I've been using cashback sites, but I was like, oh, it's, I don't want to sign up for a bunch of them. One day before I made a big purchase, like $1,000 purchase, I said, oh, I'm just going to compare it to, I think it was MyPoints. I'm just going to compare it, and the percentage was like 5% higher that day. Again, they're always changing, but that's 5% on a $1,000 order. No matter what it is, it builds up. Yeah, I really like that comment, Kelly, because sometimes I just get in the habit of using what's easiest. But if you use one of these ones to compare them, or if you really just do your due diligence and go through a couple of them to see which one is best, it's really smart. Sometimes if you're buying something that you think is going to go out of stock in the next minute or two, I've been guilty of not going to the cashback site because it's a Amazon alert that I get that gets in stock for only a minute or two. I know it's going to be in stock, so then I'll just buy it real quick. But most of the time, you have at least another 20 seconds to just type in the cashback, type in Swagbucks, go to Swagbucks, and then make your purchase and get real money built up right away. So I think most of the time is, yeah, like Kelly's saying, I think most of the time it's just being lazy and not comparing or forgetting to use the cashback sites. But if you just go to them and type them in, it's crazy how fast the money builds up. Like you said, you got 600 in the last couple of days. I'm probably around that for the last couple of days as well. And that 10% I was getting from MyPoints was really helpful for my Walmart orders over the last week. Yeah, and Kelly commented that Amazon flips. So if you're purchasing clothing or shoes from Amazon, Fat Wallet's a good one to use for using those purchases. Most deal sites don't have cash back from Amazon for toys or electronics. Usually I don't see cash back for that, but for the clothing and the home and kitchen and some of the other categories, Amazon's still good about allowing the cash back to go out in those. So I think those are some of the main ones that I've used lately. I know there's tons of other cashback sites out there. Like I said, you can basically just Google for them. But those ones that I mentioned are some of the more well-known ones and some of the ones that I know pay out well, and they don't hold your money forever. So some people complain that the cashback sites hold their money for forever and don't actually pay out on them. So that's what you want to be careful if you think you're racking up all these points, but you don't actually get them.
Okay, so Nate, just to recap, and I just started using it, right?
Yeah.
So like one of the Chrome plugins I use is Cashback Watch. So I always click that first to see which one's the best. What do you use to see which one's the best? Do you just go to each site to check it out?
I usually will go to each site to check it out because when you go to the site, it'll typically kind of post their headlines at the top of the site. So for that day or week, what their best cash back is. So I know when I go to Ebates, they'll highlight like Kohl's is 6% this week, which is a really good one. So if I know I'm going to be doing my shopping for the day, I'll sometimes use extensions like you're saying, the Ever Rebate or what you're saying that will just compare them. And I'll use that when I want to look quickly. But usually I still like to go to the sites on an individual basis. If I know I'm going to be doing shopping that day. If I'm just going to be doing a quick buy, then I'll definitely just use one of the extensions that will lay them all out there, the aggregate sites, yeah. Kelly, that's a good question. Is there one cashback aggregate site that's better than the others? I don't know which one's better than the others because like you said, I do find that some of them are outdated. So some of the aggregators that I've used, even when they show, it says the 4 best cashback sites, sometimes I'll go to one of my favorite ones and it will actually be giving more that day. So I'm not sure, not all of them are up to date all the time. Cashbackholic.com, a couple people are saying now is usually pretty accurate. And I have used cashbackholic.com before quite a few times, and it seems to always find the best one for me. So I'll usually use one of those if I'm doing a quick buy. If I know I'm going to be doing shopping that day, like Black Friday, I knew I was going to be looking at a bunch of sites, I'll go ahead and do my research beforehand just to make sure that I'm getting the best cash back for each of those sites.
Nate, or anyone in the chat room, I know Randy Reynolds is a firm believer in up promise.
Yeah,
like he tries to, I think he says he uses up promise the most. Have you have you used that at all, or what do you think about it?
I think it's just upromise, upromise.com. But that one's a really good one. I haven't used it because, so the premise of upromise is you get cash back that goes towards college education savings. So they have some really good percentages on there. The only reason I don't use it is because you have to actually have a child that you like put in their information for that it starts saving.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they have to be at least 1 years old as well, I think. So
Okay.
if you wanted to sign up for it and put Corey and AJ in there, you can start earning the rewards points, and it will go towards their college education. Again, I haven't signed up for it, so I don't know exactly how they pay out on that. But I know you do need to have a child that you specifically designate their name and everything on the website. But they do have some really good earnings. Sometimes their cashback rewards will be quite a bit higher than the other sites that I've seen.
Okay.
But again, I just don't sign up for it because typically I'd rather have the gift card or the cash back.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, who knows if they go out of business? I'd rather have money in my hand.
Yeah, but a lot of people like the idea of the you promise. So I do like it, and when I see it, it looks good. But yeah, I think I'd rather have the money over the next 3 months than wait 18 years or whatever. But it's a good one to check out. I would definitely check it out.
Okay, cool.
Top Cashback is another one Kelly recommends in addition to Fat Wallet. I've looked at Top Cashback. I don't know if I can't remember if I've used that one recently. I'm like most of you guys. I get in the habit of using a couple of my favorite ones. Swagbucks, MyPoints, and Ebates are my top ones I've been using recently just because I like how they track and I like how they pay out. It's really easy to me, but I know there's tons of great ones, and myself included, I'm going to be expanding on the cashback sites I use. We're definitely going to get you hooked up on more, Andy. Definitely going to get you using some of them more.
Yeah, I mean, you just had you had over a $2,000 payout, right?
That one was built up over a couple months. So my recent payout from that one was $400 or $500, which was still good. And that was from Ebates, and I haven't even been using Ebates as often lately, but my history on it over the last year is about 2,000. So I think using these cashback sites, if you're doing online arbitrage, there's no reason not to be using these sites. Mike just said Retail Me Not is a good one for coupon codes. They don't do the cashback as far as I know, but they are good for the coupon codes. I'm always going to Retail Me Not to find the latest Kohl's coupon and wherever else. Ebates will also post some of the coupons for different websites as well on there. So it's a good tool to utilize all of these.
All right, awesome.
Any questions? Anything else you want to add to it?
I'm just sad, like I said, if 2 years ago I would have started this, I would have like an extra $10,000 to $15,000 in my bank. So if you are not using them, and like Nate said, you're doing online arbitrage, or whatever purchases you're making online, you should be running that through, because you can get easy cash that's sent to you. So shame on me, but I am using them now, and I am taking the time. Really, it only took me like 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
And I've only been using eBay so far. And so I'm going to go through, I'm going to figure it out. I'm never buying anything again unless I go through a cashback site.
Yeah, there's no reason not to. And like you said, it adds up quickly, and it's really just about remembering to do it. So if nothing else, this webinar or talk helps you guys, it's just a reminder to use your cashback sites. And if you're not already using them, sign up in the links that we'll provide in the video below, and everyone's already been providing in this chat. But just get out there and do them. It's one of those things, like we always say, it's not, there's no big secret to the cashback sites. It's just about doing it. So you just have to get out there and do it, and hopefully this will be a good reminder to everyone.
All right, awesome. Hey, you guys, thanks for hanging out with us. If you don't follow us yet on Blab, definitely hit that follow button. If you're not part of the Slamazon Bros Facebook group, please you can join it. Just look up Slamazon Bros on Facebook. We are on there. We plan on doing this show every Wednesday at 2 p.m. We're always going to try to keep it under a half hour. Hopefully, the information is going to be good to help you grow your business. We appreciate all you guys. Kelly, thanks so much for showing up. I know that you are busy as mess right now. I'm sure all of you in the chat room are busy as can be. So thank you guys a lot for hanging out. Follow us at Slamazon Bros on Facebook. We also have our website you can check out as well, slamazonbros.com. All right. Thanks a lot, you guys. Have a great hump day and continue to be prosperous in the next 30 days, the busiest shopping time of the year. All right. Thanks a lot, you guys. All right,
Thanks,
Nate.
guys.
See you later.
Yep. See ya.